Welcome to the craze in 10 or less. That's 10 minutes or less. Well, this is not going according to plan. Nothing is going according to plan. As an independent publisher, I have a few questions for you. What's the backup? What's your backup plan? I mean, come on. You're an independent. You said 2020 is my year. 2020 is the year that I'm going to go to the cons. And I outlined 6, 7, 8, 9 conventions that I'm going to go to, promote my book. I'm going to get my book done. I have either trade paperback or my first issue. I'm going to do some networking. I'm going to go out there, make a name for myself, hit the pavement, go to some after parties. And then we're all faced with this pandemic. No one was prepared for this. I know I wasn't. Me being out of the game for 10 years, starting Catch Da Craze back up after a long hiatus last year in the summer, slowly working behind the scenes on my books with an expected launch this year. I had the big shows lined up. Like, my thing was I was going to do the book expo, right? BookCon. I was working on doing licensing expo, right? To get to the big dogs, to be able to network with the licensing agents and the buyers and the big organizations and try to get my brand out there. New York Comic Con, a bunch of small venues within the tri-state area. And now there's no place to go. There's a party, but no one's showing up. What are you going to do about it? What's your backup plan? Do you have a solution to try to keep the momentum going? What is the alternative to not having venues, to not being exposed to the wide range of consumers, potential new fans of your product? How are you going to get the word out? What's your grassroots strategy look like? What's your networking look like? How are you adjusting, right? The best plans sometimes are no plans at all, right? Sometimes we're forced into a situation where we have to improvise, right? Maximize, capitalize on an unfortunate circumstance, right? This is an unfortunate situation. I know I was bedridden for 10 days? Body aches, pains, migraine. The migraines lasted 6 days. The body aches and pains lasted about 7.5 days. And the hot flashes, the cold flashes, and then the shortness of breath lasted about 3 days. So overall, that experience was horrible. And I definitely, my heart goes out to everyone out there that are suffering from this, that have lost family. I know friends who have lost family members because of this situation. It's nothing to laugh at. While we're all stuck at home, does it mean that we crawl up in the bed and forget that we're here to live and learn and grow? So I know I've been cooped up trying to figure out what's next. Trying to put a positive spin on it, all the money that I'm saving from not going to these venues, but then all the potential money I'm going to lose by not going to these venues. Right? How am I adjusting? Right? So I know I've been working on a backup plan, but I'm still keeping the momentum going, right? We're still doing Catch Da Craze virtually. So George, the Dreamer Medina, is no longer in the studio with me. He's at home, and we record, and we're using FaceTime. But the question is really not about what am I doing? It's about what you're doing. I love to hear from you. Subscribe to us on Instagram. Connect with us on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's chat it up. We have a Facebook page, right? Catch the Craze. I'm on Twitter. Catch the Craze. It's all about the craze. So, what is your plan? Do you have a backup plan? How are you going to make up the difference? How are you going to make up lost ground? You know, how are you going to reach out? How are you going to network? You know, are you giving up? These are tough times, right? These are interesting times. But we have an obligation. To ourselves. If this is what you're passionate about, I am sure you have a plan. I'd love to hear it. Let's talk. Chat it up. Let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get all of the updates from our show. Visit iCreateStories.com, which is my art channel based on my publishing. And that's you'll see what I'm doing on the back end to try to keep the momentum going so I don't lose ground. I am Sam the Crazy Man Vera. This was The Craze in 10 or Less. I want to hear from you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong, keep your distance, right? Stay isolated. Much love to you and yours.